What's up there, people? 100 Riders here. Just about to get it in on the old 1977 Elcamino. But before I do, I had to show you. It's already 102 degrees out there. The high will be 106 today, but I'm still going to get it in. That's why I just wanted to show you guys that it is hot. But this is not that bad. It's when it gets over 115, that's when there's a problem. Why, hello there, people. 100 Riders here again. And what you're seeing here is my sandblaster. Yes, it is sandblast time. I was gonna scuff the wheel wells in the frame first, but I didn't even really feel like messing with it. So I said, let me go ahead and start sandblasting some of these parts down. And make sure the sandblaster is even still working right, because I haven't even used it in over probably 2 years. But this is my little cheap little Harbor Freight. All it is a cheap little Harbor Freight sandblaster. It ain't nothing special, but it does work pretty good as long as you use it the right way. A lot of people have complained that about it, but I've never had any problems with it, and I've sandblasted the whole frame down before with this thing. I thought I had a tarp, but I don't know what happened to my tarp, so I didn't feel like stopping what I was doing to go buy a tarp. So this is my little because usually I just put the part on the tarp and blast it so I can catch the sand and try to use a little bit of it. As you see from the ground here, you're not going to catch all the sand. So for right now, this is my little makeshift setup. I just got an empty 55-gallon drum, an old mailbox post, something I can just balance the A-arm with. And you've seen what the A-arms look like before, and I just did the top half of it. I wanted to try it out before I actually start filming. I wasn't 100% sure if this was even going to work, so I didn't want to waste the time setting up the camera and everything. As you see, yeah, it's not perfect. There's still spots right here and right here, but it's just one of them things where it's not the sandblaster's fault. It's just hot, and I just didn't feel like going all the way, standing there within one spot with it, so I just kind of moved around. But all in all, it does pretty good. It's a messy job. You're not gonna catch the reason why I have it. Oh, excuse me. The reason why I have it set up like this is because I know I'm not going to catch all the sand. Even if I catch only 25% of it, it's still a little bit I can, use. I just don't want to keep buying sand over and over again. So that's why I have it set up like this, so it'll catch a little bit of the sand in the drum, and then when the sandblaster is empty, I can dump the sand back into the blaster. Now when you dump the sand, it comes with it. This thing comes with a funnel, which I have lost for some reason. But if you just dump your sand, especially if you do it like this, if you just dump your sand back in there, it's going to get clogged and you're going to be pissed, and it's going to take hours to break it down and fix it. I've been down that road before. But what you need to get inside the funnel, let me get this unfolded here. I guess it's a little hard to see on camera, but okay. All that is a basic. You go to any hardware store, and it's like a window screen, like screen you would use on the screen door. You can buy this in a roll. You just buy a little small roll of it or whatever, and you put the funnel in there, and you push this into the funnel, and then you pour your sand in it. Okay. And then you kind of, move it around, and it kind of filters all the little rocks and debris that you don't want down into your sandblaster. Because once you get a little rock or a chip of wood or something in that sandblaster, it's hell trying to get it all out, because you gotta, basically break it all down, every fitting, every line, flip it upside down, beat it for hours with a mallet to, it's just a big pain in the ass to get clogged up. So this is cheap. It's just a quick little tip of anybody who's got these style sandblasters. And I mean, some people just once they dump their sand in, they just let it fly and they just go buy new sand. But me, I'm on a tight budget here, so, and when I first started using this, I did a whole frame with this thing, so there was, that wasn't an option. I didn't want to spend that much money, so what I was doing, I was just, laying down the tarp and sweeping the sand up or whatever, and reusing it. So get yourself a little screen. One thing is, if you're looking at this SandBlaster and you're thinking, wow, why does it look different than the one you get from Harbor Freight? This does come with a water trap. It works good, but unfortunately there was something leaning up against my wall and it fell and hit the water trap and broke the water trap. And I didn't really want to buy a new water trap just for this little thing. And plus I have a water trap on my air compressor, so I just said to hell with it and just went without the water trap and just straight hardlined it, straight air straight to the SandBlaster. So that's why it probably looks a little bit different than the one you get online, or the one you get from Harbor Freight. But it's a nice little setup. Comes with a little hood and a little everything, which I've lost too. But you gotta realize I've had this SandBlaster for almost 4 years now. So I got extra little tips and stuff, but it's a pretty much simple setup here. So I'm gonna flip this over. It definitely makes the easy work of it. Yeah, you could soak them in power purple or engine degreaser and all this other stuff. You can do all that, but to me, I ain't got time for all that. And plus I didn't even have the power purple. Why buy all that stuff if I could just use what I already have. So this is the first stages of it. I'm not gonna just straight. Another reason why I just left these little tidbits on there, because it was it was thick, and plus I'm gonna sand it probably with some 320 before I actually put that little paint on there, just to smooth things out and everything, just like a final little smoothing. It's a lot easier from starting from this end here. So basically, from what you've seen, it took all that off. It takes all this off pretty quick. Let me get this camera set up, and I'll show you what I'm doing here and how I'm making this happen. I'm in the backyard. I didn't really want to do it in the front yard. Yeah, I got a little shade out there, but I don't like doing this in the front yard because people walk down the bike trail, look at me like I'm crazy. Once you see what I'm wearing, you'll understand why. Alright, here we go. Doing the second side. Okay. If you're wondering why I was rocking it back and forth, it's because the SandBlaster is almost empty. So it's just a way to kind of get it to come out of all the chambers and stuff on the inside. You can either hit it with a mallet or you can just rock it back and forth. I usually just rock it back and forth. To get every little piece of sand out. I just want to run it empty. Well, that's pretty much the gist of it. I'll bring you over here. It's a pretty messy job. I can't give you like no real close-up action shots because I don't want to mess up my camera, because the sand will hit it and get all up in there, and then I don't want to have to buy a new camera. So, but that's pretty much it. The main thing is to get all them hard reach spots, you know, real good, because it'll be hard to get in there with the sandpaper. But little stuff like this, I ain't worried about, because I can just scuff that up. That's pretty much how it goes. So I'm gonna keep going with this. Get this bottom one finished, and then I'm gonna pretty much probably take a break because it's hot as hell out here, and I'm in the blazing sun. But that's the Harbor Freight sandblaster. Definitely well worth the money. Rather than try to take it to a professional blaster and have them charge you, you can pretty much do it yourself. Now, I wouldn't do the body of a car, although you probably could with the right sand, but I don't have the right sand for doing thin sheet metal. So if you're doing just thicker metal, definitely something to look into. Save you a lot of time and a lot of money on dipping in chemicals, and you know, the power purple and all that stuff works cool. Engine degreaser works cool, but no matter how many times it ain't, I've already been down that road with the frame, and only thing that's gonna get it down to bare metal this close is a sandblaster. So whether you have a sandblast cabinet or you have one of these little portable blasters here, sandblaster is definitely way to go. But it's hot, and I've got all this goggles, safety gloves, 2 bandanas wrapped around, one on my face, one on my head, long sleeves, jeans. So, and it's 100 plus. Go ahead and finish this first lower A-arm, and I'll get back with you once I get back in the garage. Alright, y'all. 100 spoke riders coming back in a hot second. Well, maybe in a few minutes. Alright. Okay, people. This is, as I said before, this is just an update video, not really a how-to video, but just giving y'all a quick update on the old 1977 Chevy Elcamino, show you what's going on. The game plan is, since I don't really know, I got this new paint and I don't really know, about it, and before I go all in all the way with it, I want to do one A-arm. That's the plan. So I decided to sandblast the A-arm today. As you see, God, it's hot out there. As you see, this is the A-arm. Yeah, I could have got it a little better than that. Like it's still got little spots here and little spots there. I could have got it flawless with the sandblaster, but some of the spots on there were so thick, and I just didn't feel like. You've seen the temperature, you've seen the setup I had on with the jeans, the long sleeves, the gloves, the scarf, the scarf on my head, scarf over my face, the goggles, and plus I was out here in the backyard doing it, rather than doing it out here in the shade. The reason why I didn't really want to do it out here, because yeah, there's shade, it would have been a lot easier. This is actually where I did my frame, but for one, I didn't feel like moving all the bike, all the cars. I didn't want to get sand all up on the cars and sand everything. So, plus ain't no moving my Elcamino right now. I would have had to cover it up with something. I would have had to cover my brother's Suburban up with something. I didn't want to get sand everywhere. And then plus there's like a bike trail right there, and I didn't want people looking at me crazy. You see this guy all, looking all crazy, like I'm about to rob the joint, out here sandblasting in the front yard. I did that, but I just wanted to do that one A-arm for now. The plan is to do this one A-arm and paint it with the new paint and see how it turns out, see if I like it. If everything turns out good, I'll do all the rest of the stuff all at the same time, because I got a lot of stuff to do. So I didn't want to sandblast everything, and just for a simple fact, I can't do all this all at once. My time is limited and it's hot, so I'm just, gonna do one for now, and then if it all turns out, I get in the steady rotation of doing the rest of the stuff. Got the A-arm stripped. I did this side first. Did this side second. So that's what's gonna happen. Oh, one other thing I'm gonna do. is gonna bust out this stamping set here, probably use this and figure out where I'm going to stamp. I probably stamp it right along this lip because it looks like there's some letters, J9 something, J9 something something that's kind of faded off. So I'm probably gonna do a little stamping right here in this area right here. Definitely gonna use this. I'm not gonna, there's nothing really to show you. You just put the damn thing on there and hit it with a hammer. So that's not really too spectacular. But I just want to give you guys a quick update to show you what's going on. Give you a quick little sandblast video, and there you have it. One A-arm stripped. I'm gonna finish this A-arm off, get it, you know, get it how I want it. Scuff it up with some 320, and I might even use 320. I might just use red Scotch-Brite, and after that, it'll be time to paint it. I'll pick this back up once it's time to spray it. 100 Spoke Riders signing out with one bare metal lower A-arm. Alright, y'all.